Hi, in this video we're going to show you how you can use a free program to send some really good quality emails to your list. And this program will even help you create your list and keep them in one place. And for up to 2,000 people on it, across all of your lists, it's absolutely free. How cool is that? So this is called MailChimp. Now you'll see a link below the video and feel free to click through and go and grab yours. And you can see on the dashboard varying things that are happening. You can also track things and see what's working and what isn't. So let's go and have a look at a campaign and creating one, and let's see how you can get started with something that's going to be really helpful to you. Oh, and don't worry, you don't need to know any programming because it does it all for you. So let's just click on a campaign. Now we could do a split campaign, but actually why don't we just start with a regular one, if that's okay for the moment. So I've just clicked through on that, and I now have to decide which list I want to send it through to. Okay, so I have a main list, and quite a few of these we use for varying different reasons and to test things and whatever. I'm going to send it to this list here and click send to entire list. Now you can split bits of the list out as well if you want to. So you've got to give it a name. So I'm going to call mine Fleming June because it's hopefully, if I'm very lucky, going to be hot. Now there's quite a few things in here that you should have a look at. I can put their first name. Now only allow this option in if you know that you have their first names in your list. And you can go and check that by looking at the list and seeing what content you put in it. So it's important that they know who it's from. So you can either put your name, but I tend to put the Social Media Cafe. And this is a reply email for them to come back to me. So if I did want to put their name, then what I would do is get this merge tag here, and then I can put that in here if it wasn't there already. Yeah, and then it would automatically do it for me. I'm actually going to put a better subject title than here because this is the thing that they're going to see in their inbox first. So it's absolutely worthwhile making it exactly what they want and give them a very good reason for clicking. It's called a compelling title. Go. Apart from the fact I can't spell, so let's just go and get that spelling right. So here's a great free way to create fantastic email newsletters. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to get. So I'm going to send that. So I'm going to track how it opens. I want to see who's clicking on it and what I need to do to get it right again. It's going to track the clicks. I could send it to Twitter if I wanted to. I would not put fname in there if I was sending it to Twitter, okay? The plain text, these create them in a HTML format, which means it's got all the funky pictures and stuff in it. Plain text is just the text of it as well. I can add Google Analytics from my Google account if I want to, and I can integrate it with Facebook and allow comments, and I can also auto post it to Facebook as well, but I'm not going to do that for the moment. You have some advanced settings down here as well. You can authenticate the campaign, and it shows that the forgery is not this isn't a forgery, and it actually helps you not end up in a spam filter, which is pretty good. You can actually connect your CRM to MailChimp if you want to as well. So if you've got a CRM system like Nimble or whatever, then you can track it through that. And there's lots of other things there that you can have a look at if that's what you're using as well. So let's just move on to the next stage. Click Next. So now we're going to look at a template. This is where you don't have to do any work. So you can pick a basic template. So some of these are pretty basic. You can see you've got pictures down here and text underneath, and choose how many columns you want or whatever you want to do. Or you can pick a different template in the designer ones. These are quite new and they're really cool. You can see you've got all sorts of different ones down here, and you can just click on one and use that. Now, if you've already used one and you've customized it for yourself, then why not use one of the ones that you've already done, and instead of going through to either of the two that said custom or plain, you can go through to My Templates. So when you've been working on one, you can actually save it with all of the changes that you've already put in. So when I did the business show last week, I decided I liked this clipboard one, and I amended it for how I wanted it to be. So I can just use that one and change all the bits that I want to change on it. So they're quite useful. So now I would need to change the content in here, because obviously this was what I did before, and you can see on each little section there's a box that you can just click and edit and change what's in there. And when you're ready for sending it, then you just click Next. Now, I said to you it can either be HTML or it can be plain text. This is the plain text version. So have a quick read through it and check that it looks okay. And then just click Next. So that's all your stuff ready to go. Yeah? Now you can test this with a delivery doctor to see how it's going to go. But you can also send yourself a test, and that's really cool. So send it to a friend or send it to yourself to see how it works. And when you're ready, pick a time and a date to schedule it. And that's about it really. It will end up in somebody's inbox and you can come back and track it. But we're going to do another video on that at some point so you don't get too overwhelmed. Don't forget there's help at any point to just click through, and the help videos on here are really useful. So that's MailChimp. That's going to help you do some really funky email campaigns and keep in touch with all of your people. I hope you like it. If you do, why not come and tell us? fb.com/the social media cafe. And don't forget to check at the bottom to get your link to go and set your account up.